A chaotic scene unfurls beneath a crimson haze as a diverse group of warriors with intense expressions and fierce postures crowd together, seemingly ready for battle. In the midst of the tension, a muscular figure with wild hair brandishes dual axes, exuding an intimidating aura as he prepares to strike. The action escalates as a combatant tumbles backward, weapon in hand, while another figure looms ominously over him, their expressions conveying pure ferocity. A close-up reveals a snarling face, eyes glowing red with rage, showcasing the primal energy building within the scene. The drama culminates on a rocky ledge where a lone figure stands defiantly against a growing horde, the sunset casting a fiery glow over the impending clash. A fierce scowl dominates the scene as the muscular warrior with wild hair yells loudly, his glowing red eyes expressing unrestrained fury towards the figures in the background huddled together for safety. Tension thickens as two young figures, a boy and a girl, cast alarmed glances, captured in a moment of uncertainty as the chaos of battle looms dangerously near. The atmosphere intensifies with the warrior's swift action as he raises his weapon, slashing with wild abandon, creating a spray of crimson that accentuates the relentless ferocity of his assault. Suddenly, a group of adversaries emerges, brandishing their spears as they close in, contributing to the escalating brutality surrounding the lone fighter. The scene closes in on the warrior's savage expression, with blood dripping from his mouth, encapsulating the raw primal instincts unleashed in the midst of combat. A terrified boy, mouth agape in a scream, reaches out desperately with one hand, his wide eyes reflecting fear as he tries to grasp onto something beyond his reach. The savage warrior roars in a terrifying display of power, his bloodied muscles tensing as he swings a weapon in a flurry of motion, his ferocity underscored by the burning red in his eyes. Surrounded by chaos, a dark silhouette of a figure can be seen amidst a crowd of foes, their expressions showing terror as they fall prey to the blood splattering from the warrior's onslaught. In a moment of dire urgency, a girl behind the boy clutches something glowing tightly in her hands, her face etched with concentration and dread as she attempts to channel her inner strength. With a burst of radiant energy, two figures launch into the air, engulfed in a brilliant light that contrasts starkly with the surrounding darkness, symbolizing hope amid turmoil. A frightened boy, eyes wide and mouth agape, lunges forward as an ethereal glow surrounds him, desperately reaching out for help while trying to grasp the glowing hands of a figure nearby. A menacing warrior, muscles rippling with power, lets out a fearsome roar that reverberates through the air, his bloodied form hinting at a savage conflict as he grips a weapon ready to strike. Staring in horror, the boy stands at a distance, panic etched on his face as he looks downward, the glow around him intensifying, underscoring his vulnerability and confusion in this chaotic moment. A bold declaration echoes in the air, revealing a distressed voice calling out desperately for Aiden, a deep emotional connection lingering in the words as a dark figure looms behind. With fervent determination, a commanding voice resonates, urging strength and resilience, as the fierce silhouette emphasizes the stakes at hand in a world filled with danger. A determined boy, eyes glistening with resolve and trembling in his voice, declares his promise to his father, embodying a mix of fear and fierce loyalty in the glowing light that envelops him. A towering figure, muscles bulging and rage boiling over, swings a massive weapon with unrestrained fury, his bloodied visage signaling an impending clash amidst a dramatic burst of light. Caught between two contrasting worlds, a serene sky looms over a narrow alley, buildings rising towards the heavens while electric lines crisscross, hinting at the hidden tensions below. In a moment of reprieve, a group of friends, their expressions filled with excitement, celebrates the end of their exams, laughter punctuating the air as they revel in their newfound freedom. A nervous boy stands beneath the group, his large glasses reflecting concern as he is urged to join in, his earnest expression highlighting the tension of wanting to belong while feeling out of place. A nervous boy, beads of sweat on his forehead, pleads with a hint of desperation in his voice, his large glasses reflecting the tension as he warns against a looming threat. On the ground, the same boy crouches in fear, his wide eyes darting up at a towering figure who looms over him, flanked by skeptical friends, as he struggles to comprehend the gravity of the situation. With a confident smirk, the imposing figure questions the boy's warning, his casual demeanor contrasting sharply with the unease radiating from his audience. In a sudden explosion of action, the towering figure swings his fist forward with raw power, the force reverberating through the air as debris scatters dramatically around him. Amidst the chaos, startled faces emerge from the shadows, one boy voicing panic as he witnesses the unexpected destruction of the wall, a scene unfolding in disbelief and confusion. A panicked boy, his eyes wide with fear and urgency, calls out for his friend Jin Tae, his voice trembling as he grips the collar of his shirt in distress. A shadowy figure looms overhead, dramatically raising an arm as menacing red eyes glare out from beneath a dark hood, signaling an ominous presence in the chaos. With a calm yet fierce expression, the imposing figure remarks on the lack of manners shown by others, the tension in his words palpable against the backdrop of uncertainty. The frightened boy, surrounded by anxious companions, stares at the figure in disbelief, his voice cracking as he demands to know what is happening. In a moment of rising frustration, another boy clutches a crumpled piece of paper, his teeth clenched as he confronts the intensity of the situation before him. A determined young man, his fists clenched and face set with intensity, confidently proclaims that he is Jin Tae's friend, a resolute glimmer in his eyes amidst the chaos. Walking together through the dimly lit street, a larger figure strides forward with an air of confidence, while a younger companion trails closely behind, admiring the impressive physical strength displayed moments earlier. Startled by a question, the broader man flinches slightly, his brow furrowed in confusion as he turns toward his companion, both anticipation and uncertainty etched across his features. With a vehement denial, he retorts in exasperation, asserting his humanity as his expression shifts to one of incredulity, revealing the tension brewing beneath the surface. The younger boy, behind his round glasses, contemplates deeply, his expression thoughtful yet slightly teasing, as he subtly questions the true nature of the imposing figure standing before him. 3 white bowls, perfectly stacked in a neat arrangement, evoke a sense of simplicity and anticipation, contrasting sharply with the bold text inscribed beside them. An elderly man, thin and weary, sits at a modest table, looking concerned as he questions why his companion, a stout young man clad in a dark shirt, is eating so little, the atmosphere thick with unspoken worries. With a gentle smile, the young man holds a bowl out, his eyes conveying warmth as he reassures his grandfather about his own lack of appetite lately, underscoring a delicate bond between them. The grandfather, wearing a bemused expression, offers a light-hearted retort, reminding his younger companion of his habitual warnings to eat more, a blend of exasperation and care evident in his voice. In a poignant moment, a rugged man reaches out to a young boy, emphasizing the transformative power of kindness as he takes in a lost soul, their connection hinting at a shared journey of growth and healing. A young man with a thoughtful expression pauses mid-bite, rice clinging to his chopsticks, as he mentions a coach's call with a hint of nostalgia. At a cluttered table, 2 men engage in a lively conversation, one animatedly enjoying his meal while the other leans back, eyebrows raised in disbelief at the idea of becoming an athlete. With a slight frown, the young man faces a challenge to his ambitions, his expression a mix of defiance and introspection as he contemplates the rewards of competition. In a dynamic split-frame illustration, a young athlete trains vigorously, the surroundings filled with the energy of determination and support from a cheering crowd. Sitting pensively at the table, the young man contemplates his choices, asserting a resolute stance on embracing a hard, singular path, even as thoughts of his grandfather linger. In a scene filled with raw power, a muscular figure brandishes a hammer while his fierce expression and fiery eyes convey the intensity of a battle not typical of ordinary sports. Captured in a moment of intimacy and humor, a suggestive pose hints at a deeper conversation, as part of a figure is seen with a playful, yet serious undertone reflecting a dilemma. Overlooking a tranquil scene, a young man sits pensively on a balcony, his contemplative pose hinting at a deeper reflection on life and choices amid an air of serenity. With a look of concern and disbelief, a man observes the young figure from nearby, clutching a remote as he exclaims in frustration about an unforeseen disaster. In a scene of urgency, emergency personnel work diligently at the site of a troubling incident, conveying a sense of gravity as they conduct a thorough investigation amidst a backdrop of chaos. A young man stands with a concerned expression, clutching a remote as he questions an elderly figure seated on the edge of a bed, whose worn face and disheveled appearance suggest a troubling revelation. The elderly man, appearing distressed, recounts a chilling tale about the emergence of a monster, his hands gesturing emphatically as he insists that these are apocalyptic times, while the younger man's serious demeanor reveals his skepticism. A dark and ominous image reveals a menacing creature captured on tape, surrounded by caution tape, suggesting the gravity of the situation and the need for containment. In a close-up, the creature is depicted with hauntingly glowing eyes and imposing antlers, its expression conveying an unsettling mix of curiosity and danger as it stares directly at the viewer. With his back turned, the young man's posture is tense and introspective, hinting at the weight of uncertainty and fear as he grapples with the dire situation unfolding around him. A weary elderly man in a tank top and plaid shorts gestures towards a young man standing nearby, his tone suggesting a mix of annoyance and urgency as he encourages the youth to settle down. The young man, visibly tense with determination, responds with a serious expression, beads of sweat forming on his brow as he declares his intent to leave momentarily. A road sign looms in the background, illuminated by the fiery hues of a setting sun, directing travelers towards Cheongju and other destinations with a sense of impending journey. From an elevated view, a white car distances itself along a tranquil road, the lush greenery flanking either side capturing the serene yet fleeting moment of travel. Seated beside the young driver, a confident figure leans in playfully, emphasizing the importance of getting their license while maintaining a lighthearted demeanor amid the gravity of their task. A young man, his expression etched with concern, recalls a terrifying creature from his past as he gazes intensely at a spectral deer beside him, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. In a dynamic and vivid depiction, the white car accelerates fiercely along the road, its tire kicking up dust as vibrant oranges and reds swirl around it, capturing a moment of high speed and urgency. In a crowded scene, a man stands at the forefront, peering towards a chaotic gathering of people and vehicles, his furrowed brow indicating that he senses something ominous at play. Beside him, a companion wearing glasses expresses disbelief about the overwhelming situation unfolding around them, their face illuminated by the warm hues of the setting sun as they contemplate the gravity of the chaos. Another figure, clad in dark attire, admires the young man's physique with a cheeky remark, the camaraderie evident amidst the tension of the surrounding environment. Two young men stand close together, one with tousled hair and a friendly smile, while the other, sporting a more serious expression, questions which group the other belongs to, hinting at an underlying camaraderie. As the second man contemplates his response, he is scrutinized by a pair of piercing eyes that assess his outfit, emphasized by a golden light emanating from a hand nearby, suggesting suspicion about his affiliations. With a puzzled expression, the young man holds up a business card, seeking clarity on what kind of group involves gathering warriors, demonstrating his confusion in the atmosphere of intrigue. The first man bursts into laughter, appreciating the humor in the situation as he compliments the young man's appearance, clearly enjoying the light-hearted banter despite the tension surrounding them. In a moment of revelation, the second man explains their actual purpose, noting that rather than being warriors, they are simply workers engaged in the development of planets, emphasizing the shift from perception to reality. A young man with a look of surprise and realization stares intently at a yellow card in his hand, his eyes wide as he processes the unexpected information. The same man, now with a serious demeanor, declares his identity as a warrior, punctuating his statement with an air of determination while droplets of sweat betray his anxiety. In a sudden burst of anger, he confronts the unseen adversary, his teeth clenched and voice raised, demanding to know why anyone would reject an offer related to new star development. With fervor, he expresses disbelief, his arm engulfed in a fiery aura that mirrors his escalating emotions and determination to defend his stance. The scene shifts to a group of figures standing together, their backs turned, as they gaze in awe at a swirling mass of darkness before them, evoking a sense of mystery and impending confrontation. A swirling mass of deep purple darkness dominates the scene, its ominous presence accentuated by splatters that suggest a chaotic energy. A group of determined fighters, clad in various attire, readies themselves for an intense conflict, their expressions revealing a blend of resolve and tension as they respond to a commanding voice echoing in the air. Two figures at the forefront freeze in shock, their eyes wide and mouths agape as they witness an unsettling sight, one nervously clutching his companion's arm while the other stares in disbelief. A stark message illuminates the scene, declaring the commencement of an ominous trial, the bold text radiating with a foreboding energy that captivates the onlookers. In a moment of realization, one character's face contorts in fear, beads of sweat forming as he grapples with the gravity of the phrase. End times, a palpable sense of dread hanging in the air. A bright, electrifying path cuts through the chaos, punctuated by a stark message that warns of an impending apocalypse, the text glowing ominously against the swirling darkness. In a contrasting scene, a celestial entity, known as Nova, is depicted reaching out to Earth, promising solace amidst the turmoil, its ethereal glow creating a vivid atmosphere of hope. Two figures stand at the edge of a cataclysm, their bodies tense as they witness debris flying through the air, highlighting the devastation that looms ominously in the distance. A close-up reveals one character's face twisted in shock and panic, his mouth wide open in disbelief as he processes a revelation that shakes him to his core. In an expansive landscape, leaves are caught in a luminous vortex, swirling towards an unknown fate, the tranquil setting contrasting sharply with the chaos that surrounds it. Two charming birds perch on a sturdy branch, their pink and white feathers glistening in the dappled sunlight of the surrounding forest, while a sound effect underscores their playful communication. In a moment of raw emotion, one character screams into the open air, fervently gripping his head in disbelief, while a stoic companion stands beside him, embodying calmness amidst the turmoil. Confrontation erupts as the frantic character points an accusatory finger at the larger figure, demanding accountability with intense determination and frustration echoing in the atmosphere around them. A digital screen appears ominously, displaying an objective to obtain a goblin coin, the promise of a novice class change hanging in the balance, hinting at the weight of responsibility ahead. With focused intent, the muscular companion turns to his friend, urgency etched on his face as he instructs him to look towards a significant point in the distance, signaling an impending revelation. Four goblins, each with pointed ears and sharp features, loom ominously in the background, their menacing postures and sharp weapons suggesting a moment of impending conflict. Two friends stand resolute, one in a yellow hoodie and the other in a dark shirt, viewed from a low angle that emphasizes their courageous stance amidst a sea of wild grass, hinting at their determination against unseen threats. The goblins charge forward, their eyes glowing ominously and mouths twisted into fierce grins, as one character expresses horror at the sight of these grotesque creatures, capturing the terror of facing an unexpected nightmare. With palpable anxiety, a bespectacled friend exclaims in disbelief, questioning if they are indeed tasked with capturing the menacing beings, his fear reflected in the beads of sweat forming on his brow. Suddenly, a shocking event captures their attention as a swift, green flash cuts through the scene, leaving one friend startled and bewildered, their concern amplifying the tension of the moment. A determined figure leaps into action, a fierce expression on his face as he exclaims about the moment he has long anticipated, while the goblins present an intimidating advance just behind him. In the heat of battle, a close-up captures the chaos as a young warrior strikes ferociously at a goblin, his red eyes filled with intense focus as the impact of the punch sends debris flying. A rapid streak disturbs the grass, showcasing the explosive energy of the moment as a powerful force races through the scene, leaving trails of motion behind it. From a ground view, goblins rush toward an unseen target, their crude weapons raised high as they dash forward, emphasizing the peril of the situation. With a sense of urgency, a hand radiates a mysterious energy, its surface marked with ominous glowing lines, suggesting a primal instinct awakening within the character amidst the unfolding chaos. A menacing group of goblins charges forward, their fierce expressions highlighting their malevolent intent as the ground beneath them trembles with their advance. In a burst of power, a young warrior unleashes a mighty punch, his face contorted in a fierce battle cry while the surrounding chaos erupts into vibrant explosions of color and debris. With agile ferocity, the warrior continues his assault, his muscles straining as he strikes outwards, sending shockwaves that ripple through the air and scatter the goblins in retreat. In a moment of disbelief, a character exclaims loudly, his glasses slightly askew, as he processes the staggering feat of strength displayed in the midst of the battle. With a sudden realization, the warrior turns, an aura of determination surrounding him, his posture radiating strength as he prepares for the next challenge amidst the eerie quiet. A radiant coin floats down from the heavens, illuminated by a brilliant light that bathes the scene in a warm glow, while a hand reaches out eagerly to grasp it. The screen fills with bold text proclaiming the significance of the goblin coin as the basic currency of Nova, marking it as an exclusive reward for those who braved the apocalypse trial. With wide eyes and astonished expression, a character gazes at the hovering goblin coin, keenly aware of its importance as he connects it to the earlier mention in the status window. Two outstretched hands cradle the glowing coin, its brilliance accentuated by swirling golden light, symbolizing newfound power and opportunity. In bold letters, a triumphant message declares the successful completion of the apocalypse trial, inviting the individual to cross the portal and embrace their new life as a citizen of Nova. A young character gazes up at a shimmering portal with a mix of curiosity and apprehension, pondering the adventure that awaits in Nova. Beside him, a towering companion gestures confidently towards the portal while sharing a knowing look as the sun sets behind them, casting a hopeful light on their path. A swirling vortex of deep purple energy captivates the viewer's attention, radiating an air of mystery and challenge, inviting speculation about its connection to the floating goblin coin. With a furrowed brow and a baseball bat clutched tightly, the young character displays a mix of determination and worry, ready to face whatever comes next. In a moment of frustration, he exclaims loudly, expressing his disbelief about being thrust into a chaotic situation with goblins, underscoring the intensity of their journey ahead. A serious young man stands with his arms crossed, expressing skepticism as he examines the non-transferable coins, revealing the weight of the situation he is in. In a moment of vulnerability, a smaller character turns away, clearly distressed as he protests the abruptness of his predicament, feeling unprepared for the challenges ahead. A fierce goblin, with a menacing expression and exaggerated features, charges towards the viewer, intensifying the urgency and danger of the unfolding encounter. As chaos ensues, the larger man reacts swiftly, laying down a powerful strike that sends debris flying, demonstrating his protective instincts in the face of adversity. With a confident grin, the towering figure reassures his companion, promising staunch loyalty and protection, bringing a glimmer of hope amidst the turmoil. A troubled character looks up with wide eyes, frosted glasses reflecting worry as he voices his gratitude, hinting at the burden he carries. Amidst a dense thicket, the black barrels of binoculars peek through the greenery, suggesting an unseen observer surveying the scene ahead. Through the lens, a mystical glimmer reveals a forgotten duffel bag nestled among the foliage, its presence igniting curiosity and urgency in the quest. Two resolute soldiers peer into the night, their faces etched with determination as they discuss a plan filled with aggression and resolve towards their target. A muscular companion, seated and focused, reveals a treasure from the duffel bag while the anxious figure lingers in the background, embodying a mix of hope and concern for what lies ahead. A determined character, framed in shadow, speaks with urgency as a faint outline of a weapon looms, suggesting a need for action and nourishment amidst peril. Two soldiers let out a fierce battle cry, their expressions twisted with rage as they confront an unseen enemy, embodying the chaos of combat and visceral drive for victory. One soldier displays shock and disbelief, his wide eyes betraying a moment of vulnerability as the reality of their situation weighs heavily on him. A terrified figure raises his hands in surrender, his voice breaking through the tension as he reveals himself amidst the trees, showcasing a blend of fear and confusion. Amidst the flickering flames, a pan heated over the fire holds simple slices of food, serving as a stark contrast between the chaos of battle and the mundane act of cooking, capturing a moment of humanity in desperate circumstances. A group of 4 individuals sits in a circle around a faintly glowing fire, their expressions a mix of curiosity and concern as one questions the situation, highlighting their vulnerability in the midst of uncertainty. Engaged in a serious conversation, one character leans forward, adjusting his glasses, while another, clad in military attire, responds earnestly, hinting at the gravity of their discussion about an impending trial. The soldier's face is illuminated by the firelight, His determined eyes suggest a blend of reassurance and urgency as he conveys information about preparations for an apocalyptic scenario. A powerful depiction of camaraderie emerges as diverse individuals gather beneath a vast cosmic backdrop, signaling a collective readiness to face the challenges posed by an unknown future. In a moment of contemplation, a soldier's question hangs in the air, reflecting a deep-seated fear of the monstrous threats that may lie ahead, emphasizing the tension that permeates their conversation. A focused young man contemplates his surroundings, his intense gaze suggesting he holds pivotal information about a critical testing ground named Nova. Two soldiers engage in a light-hearted exchange by a flickering fire, one gesturing to a duffel bag filled with supplies, symbolizing a sense of camaraderie amidst the serious undertones of their current mission. With a crease of concern, the young man questions the challenges that lie ahead in Nova, his posture reflecting his deep apprehension about what is to come. Tension escalates as a determined figure proclaims the necessity of hunting more, emphasizing a relentless survival instinct that drives the group forward. In a moment of confusion, another character wonders aloud if they can rest after having seemingly passed a trial, illuminating the fatigue and uncertainty gnawing at the group's morale. A silhouetted figure stands atop a decrepit wooden tower, wielding a staff as a radiant purple light envelops them, evoking an aura of power and mystery. In the shadowy depths, a keen-eyed character observes a group of ominous creatures lurking amid weathered wooden structures, tension palpable in the air as fear takes root. With an air of authority, the imposing figure raises their weapon towards the glowing sky, hunched and fierce, suggesting a confrontation with formidable forces ahead. Amidst the encroaching darkness, a young woman, gripping an axe tightly, expresses her concern about an unusual goblin, while her companion brims with a mixture of courage and determination. As panic swells, the cautious young man apprehensively warns that the creature appears hazardous, illustrating the group's growing sense of danger in this perilous scenario. A fierce figure grips a frying pan like a weapon, their eyes glowing with intensity as they prepare to charge forward with a wild grin, embodying both chaos and determination. In the dim light, three menacing goblins exchange harsh words, their snarling expressions indicative of impending trouble as they loom close to weathered structures, their readiness for a fight evident. With a powerful kick, the fierce character lashes out at one of the goblins, shouting a defiant warning, emphasizing the escalating conflict as energy crackles around them. A larger goblin stands with an imposing presence, brandishing a staff while displaying an air of authority, their fierce gaze and tribal markings suggesting a leader ready for battle. High above, the determined figure prepares to unleash their attack from an elevated position, the tension palpable as shadows blend into the chaos below, highlighting the clash between light and darkness. A fierce hero raises a frying pan with determination, their intense gaze locked ahead as they shout a warning to a tattooed goblin, igniting the scene with a sense of impending action. The tattooed goblin snarls menacingly, their eyes glowing with a sinister light and sharp tusks prominent, embodying an immediate threat that looms in the shadows. Lightning crackles in the stormy sky, illuminating a shadowy figure poised on a tower, their silhouette accentuating the electric tension that fills the air. A look of shock spreads across the hero's face, eyes wide and breaths held as they perceive the unexpected turn of events that raises the stakes in this confrontation. With a dramatic burst of energy, the bolt strikes the tower, sending a jolt through the landscape as the silhouette leaps into action, symbolizing the fierce battle between hope and danger. A figure, filled with urgency, screams a name with wide-eyed intensity, the surrounding energy crackling as if echoing their emotion. The tattooed goblin stands imposing, a smirk of malice on their face, with fierce eyes glowing under the vivid backdrop, projecting an aura of raw power and menace. A shadowy figure reveals a beaming grin, surrounded by flickering lightning, their expression embodying a delight in the chaos unfolding around them. With fierce determination, the goblin shifts into action, electric currents dancing around them, as their battle readiness is amplified by the dramatic tension of the moment. In a climactic explosion of light and energy, the landscape erupts as the hero makes a daring leap, caught in the whirlwind of an imminent confrontation that promises danger and thrill. A determined figure, charged with intensity, urges their allies to push forward, their fierce grin illuminated by crackling energy that hints at the imminent struggle ahead. With a calm yet confident demeanor, the character exudes a quiet strength, their eyes radiating warmth and confidence against the backdrop of emotional turmoil, revealing a deeper layer beneath their words. A powerful silhouette looms, muscles tensed and ready, as flames burst around them, transforming the scene into a spectacle of raw power and fierce resolve. In a stunning display of chaos, a massive explosion erupts, sending shards flying in every direction, enveloped in a swirl of fiery brilliance and electric sparks that electrifies the atmosphere. Lying motionless amidst the debris, a defeated figure bears the marks of struggle, surrounded by a haunting silence that contrasts sharply with the chaos that just unfolded, their fate hanging in the balance. A relieved figure breaks into a grin, reflecting on the danger just faced, their eyes glinting with a mix of exhilaration and disbelief as they acknowledge the narrow escape. With an outstretched hand, the character gazes upward, their expression a mix of awe and determination, as a radiant sun hangs above, casting a powerful light that seems to respond to their reach. Amidst a vibrant blue backdrop, an announcement in bold letters declares the reward of a mana orb, promising a permanent boost to the wielder's magical potential, tantalizingly paired with the cost of goblin coins. As the orb of energy approaches, the character's eyes widen in anticipation, their muscular form relaxed yet ready, as a glowing sphere merges with their chest, igniting a sense of newfound power. In an explosive release of energy, the transformed figure rises dramatically from the ground, muscles taut and glowing, embodying sheer strength and vitality amid a whirlwind of light that signifies their ascension. A look of astonishment graces the character's face as they behold an extraordinary sight, a golden glow illuminating their hands and reinforcing their disbelief at the incredible transformation they're experiencing. With a clenched fist and wide eyes, the figure contemplates the overwhelming surge of power emanating from the orb, their determination now intertwined with a hint of apprehension about the force they're tapping into. Dressed in a yellow hooded jacket, a frantic figure dashes across the desolate ground, calling out urgently as they navigate through the chaos surrounding them, urgency evident in every step. As the dust settles, one character reassures another, emphasizing their miraculous resilience in the face of electric danger while glancing at the imposing presence beside them, portraying a bond of understanding amidst the chaos. In an intimate moment, the larger figure stands quietly, shrouded in mystery, while their companion looks on with curious concern, the atmosphere thick with unspoken emotions and the weight of their shared experiences. A fierce grin spreads across the muscular figure's face as he declares the need for more hunting, his red eyes sparkling with a mixture of excitement and intensity as he addresses his companion. With urgency in his voice, the frantic character, clad in a yellow hoodie and glasses, passionately insists they must quickly locate the next hunting ground while their companion listens intently, the tension palpable in the air. Panic erupts from the youthful figure, who clutches his head in desperation and screams for an end to the chaos, his wide eyes reflecting pure fear against the dark backdrop. Surveying the situation, the glasses-wearing character adjusts his frames, his expression a blend of admiration and surprise as he processes what he just witnessed, the mood shifting with every lingering thought. With a confident smirk, the bare-chested figure presents his colorful orbs to his companion, challenging the disbelief of his nighttime exploits while basking in the triumph of his relentless dedication. The vibrant figure with a fierce expression proudly showcases 3 glowing orbs in his hands, exclaiming about their powers for strength and perception against a backdrop of fiery intensity that enhances his confidence. Beside him, his companion stands in astonishment, wearing glasses and a camouflage tank, as he clenches his fist in determination, proclaiming his rapid gain in strength amid the dramatic surroundings. A bold message looms above, announcing the ominous passage of time within the Apocalypse trial, where field bosses begin to emerge, raising the stakes of their perilous journey. Another stark notice warns about the powerful bosses that novice novas must avoid, while a panicked voice breaks through, expressing frustration about the sudden emergence of these formidable foes. In the midst of escalating tension, the muscular figure urges urgency as he addresses his companion, both prepared to swiftly escape through the portal, underscoring the gravity of their dire situation. A figure grins with wild excitement, his fiery red eyes sparkling with anticipation as he exclaims about the thrilling adventure ahead. Towering menacingly, a colossal creature looms over armed soldiers, its grotesque features and snarling expression hinting at the danger it embodies against the serene backdrop of a blue sky. In a desperate moment, a soldier screams as he unleashes a barrage of bullets aimed at the creature's hand, the urgency of the situation evident in the frantic motion lines surrounding him. The monstrous being lets out a furious roar, its rage palpable as it incredulously exclaims about the ineffectiveness of the gunfire against its formidable hide. Below, two soldiers stand frozen in disbelief, their wide eyes reflecting the enormity of the threat above them as they struggle to comprehend the unfolding chaos. A soldier in camouflage fights against a torrent of fear, his eyes wide with terror as he screams, gripping his weapon in a desperate attempt to defend himself. A massive, menacing figure towers above, its grotesque countenance contorted in a snarl, as two fighters brace themselves for the impending clash, their weapons poised in the face of imminent danger. In a moment of panicked disbelief, one soldier, his face etched with shock, yells in protest, desperately clutching his rifle as he looks to his companions for assurance amid the chaos. A powerful voice cuts through the noise, commanding the chaos with an authoritative presence, as the figure's back looms large, urging those nearby to take heed and move aside. With a fierce determination lighting his features, a muscular warrior charges forward, his grin revealing both defiance and eagerness, as soldiers behind him remain frozen, caught in a mix of fear and awe. A powerful punch connects with tremendous force, sending a shockwave rippling through the air as the fighter, muscles taut and focus unwavering, delivers a blow filled with raw determination. With wide eyes and an expression of sheer disbelief, the combatant looks up in shock, his features highlighted by the intensity of the moment as he grapples with the surreal nature of the battle unfolding before him. The hulking figure looms ominously, its fierce red eyes burning with rage as it braces for impact, while the raw strength of the action is palpable in the tension of the scene. In an explosive moment, the combatant is launched backward, the impact echoing through the battlefield as he defies gravity, displaying a mix of panic and resilience amidst the chaos surrounding him. Amidst the tumult, soldiers observe from the shadows, their expressions a mix of awe and apprehension, as the earth shakes beneath the force of the confrontation, marking the scene with urgency and impending action. In a moment of despair, a soldier's face betrays his disbelief as he shouts in horror, surrounded by his stunned comrades who share in the shock of witnessing a powerful warrior being overpowered. With an imposing presence, a monstrous figure stands defiantly, exuding an aura of brute strength, while the chilling realization of the battle's intensity hangs in the air as the words echo the need for immense power to counter such a force. Amidst the dust and debris, a battered combatant gazes over his shoulder, his expression a haunting mix of pain and determination, revealing the devastating consequences of a single, mighty blow. In a striking display of force, the colossal adversary strikes downward with immense energy, sending shards of earth flying, encapsulating the raw violence and ferocity of the encounter. As the dust settles, the resilient fighter readies himself, fists clenched with defiance against the overwhelming odds, his body braced for the incoming assault, demonstrating unwavering resolve despite the chaos surrounding him. In a breathtaking moment of action, a fighter leaps into the air as a colossal beast lunges forward, the tension palpable as the two forces converge in a clash of raw power. With a focused gaze, the warrior assesses the chaotic battle, his clenched fists indicating both determination and strategy as he prepares to outmaneuver the seemingly straightforward but powerful attacks of his foe. As dust rises around them, the combatant pivots to dodge an incoming strike, embodying the seamless blend of agility and strength required to face a monstrous opponent. In a gripping moment of engagement, both warriors engage in a struggle of might, their hands gripping firmly as they sense the impending unleash of devastating force, foreshadowing the explosive outcome of their confrontation. In a striking twist of fate, the monstrous adversary looms over, its fierce expression revealing the brutal intensity of the clash, as the fighter grapples with the overwhelming might, highlighting the thin line between triumph and defeat in this fierce duel. In a dramatic moment captured in time, a figure lands forcefully on the ground, sending debris flying as the impact reverberates through the scene. With explosive energy, a muscular character swings his fist, the bold declaration of an approaching confrontation echoed in the vibrant background that radiates intensity. In a breathtaking display, a powerful blow descends as another figure is propelled through the air, the scene charged with the anticipation of a climactic showdown. A defeated adversary lies on the ground, bloodied and battered, their grim expression revealing the brutality of the encounter and the toll it has taken. As the battle rages on, a determined fighter delivers another fierce strike, proclaiming the relentless spirit of the struggle with an unwavering assurance that reinforces the fight is far from over. In a moment of sheer disbelief, two soldiers are captured in shock, their expressions reflecting the extraordinary claim of overcoming a formidable ogre with nothing but bare hands. As the dust settles, a victorious figure stands triumphantly above the defeated ogre, a wide grin showcasing confidence while the fallen creature's battered face reveals the extent of the clash. With an imposing physique on full display, the same character exudes power and dominance, muscles tense as he raises his arms in celebration amidst the rocky remnants of their showdown. In a contemplative posture, he gazes intently at a glowing orb hovering in his hand, curiosity etched across his features as he ponders the potential that lies within. A sudden realization washes over him, eyes widening in surprise as he processes the significance of the mysterious sphere, the tension palpable as he questions what it could mean for his journey ahead. In a mystical clearing surrounded by ancient stone pillars, a sense of gratitude permeates the air as one character expresses heartfelt thanks to another for saving his life. With an air of practicality, a group of companions discusses their upcoming journey to Nova, emphasizing the necessity of acquiring items from a nearby shop to ensure their preparedness. As the dialogue continues, a warning is issued about the restrictive nature of their journey, stipulating that only purchased items can be taken into Nova, underscoring the urgency of their preparations. The scene shifts to a wise, goblin-like creature, its wise eyes glinting behind stylish glasses, inviting the characters to peruse an array of intriguing goods with a beckoning gesture. One companion stands in awe, captivated by the unexpected presence of a talking goblin, while his friends share a mix of fascination and surprise, highlighting the enchantment of their extraordinary world. In a lively exchange, one character with glasses, filled with enthusiasm, eagerly suggests that they have ample coins to spare, catching the attention of his muscular companion. With a stoic expression, the strong figure listens intently, conveying a sense of practicality as he prepares for what lies ahead, his focus unwavering. Suddenly, a striking image reveals a collection of weapons, their intricate designs and sharpened edges radiating a sense of power and adventure, hinting at the challenges awaiting the group. The scene bursts with energy as the two companions race forward, excitement evident on their faces, the heavy bags they carry symbolizing their determination and commitment to their quest. In a moment of triumph, a message appears, affirming that all necessary preparations for their journey to Nova have been successfully completed, signaling the start of their grand adventure. A vibrant portal glimmers with an inviting glow, its message beckoning novice adventurers to embark on their journey to Nova, creating an air of excitement and anticipation. Two figures stand poised at the threshold, the strong man exuding confidence with a hefty bag over his shoulder while the smaller companion looks on, a mix of relief and excitement evident in his expression. With a broad grin, the muscular companion shares his feelings of nervous anticipation, the exhilaration of new possibilities reflected in his eyes as he looks towards the portal. Bursting with enthusiasm, a bold proclamation declares an overwhelming excitement, with the intensity of feelings swirling like the vibrant energy surrounding them. The scene dramatically escalates as a blinding beam of light erupts from the center of the portal, illuminating the surroundings, hinting at the thrilling adventure that lies beyond. A serene night sky is captured, with two luminous moons casting a gentle glow, inviting gazes upward and sparking curiosity about the mysteries of the universe. In the foreground, a young man stands triumphantly on a rocky outcrop, pointing excitedly towards distant symbols illuminating the night, while his companion remains alert and ready beside him. With an expression of eagerness, the young explorer suggests that the distant lights may indicate a gathering of people, hinting at the possibilities that lie ahead. The mood shifts as tension arises, with a concerned figure turning to address his friend, voice low but urgent, emphasizing the gravity of their situation. A comedic moment ensues as the muscular companion expresses his hunger dramatically, capturing the lighter side of their adventure amidst the unfolding drama. An expression of distress crosses the young woman's face as she anxiously declares the dire consequences of hunger, her glasses glinting in the light, while the bold outlines emphasize her urgency. A moment of surprise fills the scene as a burly figure looms over a slender individual, their contrasting sizes highlighting the humor of the encounter, while the smaller companion's bewildered expression adds to the comedic tension. Emerging from the shadows of a mystical forest, a beautiful woman offers assistance, her gentle demeanor and enchanting features capturing the attention of those around her, as ethereal blue lights dance in the backdrop. Awestruck, the young man regards the mysterious woman as he expresses admiration, his thoughts revealing a blend of shock and infatuation, while his muscular friend stands stoically beside him. The captivating woman in the spotlight holds a finger to her lips, a gesture of secrecy, as she acknowledges their unprepared arrival, her alluring presence accentuating the sense of intrigue and possibility that hangs in the air. A serene beauty emerges from the twilight, gesturing gracefully to encourage others to join her in the uncertain journey ahead, her calm expression contrasted by the eerie ambience surrounding her. Joy fills the air as two individuals express their gratitude, their exaggerated facial expressions and lively voices emphasizing the excitement of their shared moment while the blank background amplifies their infectious energy. With a confident gesture, the enchanting woman directs the attention of her companions to a hidden treasure, her magnetic presence drawing admiration and curiosity, while the sturdy man's quiet strength stands in contrast to her allure. Surrounded by trees, the group's awe is palpable as they marvel at a newly discovered location, their varying reactions embodying a mix of surprise and wonder as shadows dance around them. At the forefront of a new adventure, a determined young man busies himself crafting a fishing rod from their gathered supplies, his focused expression demonstrating his enthusiasm for the task, set against an atmosphere thick with anticipation. A sense of collaboration fills the air as the young woman gently directs her companion to construct their fishing rod, her thoughtful gaze contrasting with the playful, determined expression of the young man who is fully engaged in the task. Tension and urgency unfold as the muscular figure looms menacingly behind the bespectacled boy, his exaggerated grimace and fierce words highlighting the gravity of their situation while the surrounding shadows seem to amplify the boy's anxious demeanor. Triumph sparkles in the air as the achievement of crafting a crude fishing rod is celebrated with bold text, a testament to their newfound skill, while the excitement pulses through the vibrant graphics surrounding the joyful moment. A sense of newfound confidence radiates from the boy as he proudly shows off his fishing rod, his enthusiastic declaration underscoring the anticipation of what is to come, while water splashes dramatically in the background, capturing the spirit of adventure. Amidst their collective camaraderie, hope mingles with a touch of disbelief as they contemplate the potential for their fishing expedition, their dialogue interwoven with playful determination against the twilight backdrop. A looming presence fills the scene as the muscular figure dives down towards the ground, his fierce expression and athletic build contrasting sharply with the anxious boy in the background, who clutches his tools while watching in disbelief. Shocked urgency seeps into the atmosphere as the boy's wide eyes reflect his alarm, while bold, emphatic text captures his frantic admonition aimed at the reckless figure above him, showcasing the tension of the moment. A sense of resignation blankets the boy as he stands alone, his back turned to the viewer, while the night envelops him in shadows, emphasizing his weary acknowledgement of his friend's impulsiveness with a sigh that echoes in the still air. In a moment of vulnerability, the bespectacled boy glances over his shoulder, his expression revealing concern as he meets the gaze of an unseen figure, illustrated with curious lines that underscore his surprise and inquiry. Amidst the shadows, a group of strong figures gathers, their confident stances and expressive faces hinting at a mysterious camaraderie, while their contrasting attire and stern expressions evoke an intriguing mix of charm and intimidation. An unsettling curiosity fills the air as a group of 5 figures encircles a female character, their expressions oscillating between amusement and intrigue, while one bold voice rises above, asking a pointed question about friendship. A new character is introduced as a young boy stands tentatively at the edge of the gathering, his wide-eyed innocence stark against the more intimidating presence of the muscular group, as a casual introduction echoes through the night. A shift in tension occurs as the bespectacled boy, grappling with betrayal, confronts his captors with a fierce glare, his defiance accentuated by the gripping power of the tattooed hand on his head. A chilling revelation emerges as the lady leans closer, her smile both enchanting and ominous, proclaiming a harsh truth about survival as the boy reacts with a mixture of fear and disbelief. With determination fueling his expression, the boy calls for attention, his earnestness cutting through the charged atmosphere as he prepares to assert his stance amidst the looming shadows of his overwhelming surroundings. A sudden clash erupts as a tattooed figure unleashes a swift blow, the impact sending shockwaves through the air while the terrified boy recoils in pain, his expression a mix of shock and desperation. In the aftermath, a conversation unfolds, the dominant figure questioning the absence of a companion, his playful demeanor a stark contrast to the ominous atmosphere, while others loom in anticipation. As theories are tossed around, a darkly humorous twist emerges with a smirk, suggesting that the missing character might be hiding from fear, the fearful laughter highlighting the group's cruel camaraderie. A striking transformation occurs as a muscular warrior emerges from the depths, his fierce roar echoing through the rain, showcasing both raw power and determination as he sheds the remnants of restraint. The tension reaches a boiling point as onlookers gasp in disbelief at the unfolding chaos, with one questioning the bizarre situation, their astonishment punctuating the seriousness of the unfolding drama. A surge of excitement radiates from a determined figure, his eyes wide and dripping with sweat as he passionately declares the newfound ability he has just acquired, embodying both exhilaration and disbelief. In a moment of curiosity, a contemplative character hovers his hand over a mysterious black orb, his expression shifting to intrigue as he ponders the implications of this newfound object. An informative display catches attention, announcing the chance to seize one of the ogre's exceptional abilities, the bold text inviting both wonder and temptation. With a wildly menacing grin, a robust figure boasts of his resilience, his expression a mix of triumph and madness as he showcases his invulnerability to a dangerous predator. An authoritative message highlights the unparalleled toughness of the ogre's skin, emphasizing its strength in comparison to steel, the words underscoring the formidable nature of the beast. A muscular figure stands drenched in sweat, gripping a large crocodile over his shoulder with a mix of confidence and determination etched across his face. With furrowed brows and a surprised gaze, he questions a group off-screen, his glistening skin reflecting the tension of their unexpected presence. In a state of alarm, a trio of men engages in frantic conversation, their expressions conveying urgency as one warns of their earlier naivety in trusting others. The same muscular figure, now with a desperate sense of purpose, speaks to himself about the need to consume the crocodile meat quickly, his resolve evident in his tense posture. Amidst the chaos, a panicked friend exclaims, his glasses sliding down his nose, emphasizing the sudden peril they find themselves in as he grasps the reality of their situation. A muscular figure glares intensely, asserting his prowess as he proclaims the confidence needed for a confrontation, his demeanor oozing with unyielding strength. With a fierce grin, a brash adversary boasts of their numerical advantage, his outstretched fist emphasizing the challenge ahead as light radiates around him. Caught in a whirlwind of tension, the scene captures a sudden eruption of energy, with explosive movement drawing attention to a figure narrowly evading danger in the background. A woman stands on edge, wide-eyed and breathless, her anxious expression reflecting the impending conflict as she conveys the gravity of the situation with a stark warning.